Alrighty, day 8. This is the day that immediately was hyped up as like something's wrong with today. There was a hint of the Polyhedron apparently changing, and then before I even get a chance to go outside and see what that even means, the game's immediately like, you can't do decrees anymore. It's broken. Granted, I could probably look... Oh Jesus, that's a bad sign too. Okay, a lot of stuff is happening. Oh my god. That was a lot of pop-ups at once. Okay, we'll have to review all those. But yeah, at first, my first thought was like, what's the point of developing vaccines by doing all that work then at the hospital? But I can go back to old days and add new decrees to the future. I think that seemed to be how that worked. I seem to be able to decree for the future because that's what it let me do. The question is, can you do a decree in the past for a vaccine you haven't invented yet on that day, but have invented on a later day because you've already played that day? That part's maybe a little less clear. Oh boy. Map's filling up with stuff. Interference. Since morning, a strange hum spread through town. Its source is somewhere nearby. Source of interference? Curse. Someone daubed primitive step signs at the Stillwater doors in blood. Is someone attempting to curse me? Need to find someone versed in step semantics. I want to understand if this is a curse or a cry for help. Baruch is familiar with local folklore. I hope yesterday's trial isn't a reason for him to skip hospital work today. He's trying to clean it up. Can't talk to him about it though. Cutting edge of science, ultraviolet air treatment. One way to kill pathogenic bacteria. Is it useful outdoors? Little research so far. I did not expect to see a device like this. That's a little surreal because it looks really modern. Hello? Malgai, Malgai! Where's my Malgai? Have you seen my Malgai, Emshen? Who is this Malgai? Wind was strong, blown it right off of me. I ran after it, and it was Ishuichi. If this Malgai is a thing, why do you call out to it as if it could answer? Malgai is not a thing, Amshen. It's a beautiful thing. It's my thing. Oil hone it myself. The Stillwater is my temporary home and my headquarters. Someone's written something on it, and I can't read it. No one taught me to read, Amshen. Sewing, that's what they taught me. Oyohon is such a precious Malgai for myself, and now the Kyugai me. And now they cool Gailal me. And now I worry. My Malgai is all alone out there. Maybe you know someone who can read? Reading? No. If you need something sewn, Emshin, that I can do. I even have my hook right here with me. Sew me a man who can read sigils. Men are not sewn, Emshen. A man is molded from earth. Threads. They are also alive, but differently. I see. Now the threads are living too. Just don't tell me to ask them about the sigils. Oh boy. Having a struggle and a half. Hello.
In every shard, a new me.
Better things than people. The microbe won't survive this. Fire purifies. Did I tell people to burn stuff today? I assume that's not me. Okay.
Stop staring at me.
I didn't think there was more glass here on this day. Does the glass respawn each day? I don't know how the glass works. I kind of assumed that the broken glass was persistent throughout the entire calendar day. That did feel like it was a different mirror than the one that was normally there, though. Was it replaced? After being broken earlier in the campaign, maybe? No idea. We have other priorities right now. Does the Stillwater remain the headquarters of the fight against the epidemic if actual power over the town has temporarily dried up? It sounds like it's not currently an objective, but just a reference to how much of a mess things are right now. I think there's usually a lab icon there. By which I mean, I don't think there's an NPC to go over there and talk to cause stuff to happen. This guy is so stubborn. Always protesting the vaccine. What is that? What are y'all doing? Are the soul and a halves burning it? Oh, wait. Y'all. Have they not gone mad yet? Fire. Dry brushwood. Madness. The games are over. Our story spark and they'll ignite. What the fuckadilly? On account of their above-mentioned transgressions and above-mentioned persons are condemned to the above-mentioned burning at the stake. Let it be known that they were bad masters to their above-mentioned second souls. Yeah. Where are your foxes now? I'm telling you, we should drown them, not burn. To abide by law. If they really do have two souls, water won't hurt them and they will float like foam. Why would two souls make you immune to water? Well, those are unrelated concepts. What kind of law incites you to drown children in the Gorkon? Help me, sir. They're totally wild. I was just walking by and they grabbed me by the hair and dragged me here. I cannot burn. The chieftain will be mad at me. Silence. You will have your final word before the execution, but for now keep silent. Hello, Doctor. Finally you are here. We've been waiting for you. Everything is ready then? We can commence the execution. Do you think we'll finish burning them by sundown? May I inquire what these poor children are accused of? I told you, we don't need the doctor. He helped them cage our Khan. He's on their side. You insisted on abiding by the law. This is what you get. These citizens are accused of a terrible crime, dishonoring the treaty. It's a lie. You were the ones who broke the treaty. You attacked us, not the other way around. We attacked you because you attacked us. Had you not attacked us, we would not have attacked you. But since you did attack, we attacked you too. So it's your fault. What a feisty boy you are. Do you know, boy, how hard it is to actually kill a human? We don't kill anyone. We execute, and we abide by the law. We honor the treaty, but they took hostages. They put Khan in a cage, those bastards. Khan walked into that cage on his own accord to save one of you, to prevent war. Is this what you make of his sacrifice? Who put him in a cage, huh? Tell us who did it. It was all because of you, big city mug. According to this line of thought, you should execute me, not him. Here I am. You may try, but let the poor soul and a halves go. Why isn't it burning? Hey Jackdaw, did you bring damp kindling? The kindling's fine. It's not catching fire because the prisoners are blowing air at it, snuffing the flame. Tell them to stop breathing. You got you way, kids? Some weird typos. I should put an end to this. All of this. If you don't burn anyone today, you might as well try tomorrow. This cannot go on. They're currently failing, but that's not very promising. That's not a good thing to rely on. It's extremely upsetting to see a bunch of kids just ready to burn each other at the stake.
Forgot that there's so
All the
much
more
to
bizarre that this is just a whole ass town that's not reacting to that. These trees are still invisible. That's just an ongoing glitch. What a weird bug.
I'd rather not hear this.
Meow. Okay, so we'll get some commentary about the fires. Savagery. Absolute barbarism. Why burn furniture of all things? What's the point? What good will it do? Whose life will be better because of this? This is handcrafted Higginbottom dresser. And just like that, into the fire it goes. It must be the most expensive bonfire in the history of bonfires. What do you find out about the Library of Alexandria? No one ordered anyone to burn furniture. The decree was about decontamination. Well, feast your eyes on this decontamination of yours. Behold your decrees in action. Do you like it? Extremis malus extrema remedia. Tell us, esteemed doctor, did you burn your own furniture too? I'm just curious. I repeat, no one's ordered anyone to burn antique furniture. Their job was to decontaminate infected areas. Another typo. Yep. Let's... I don't think diseases even survive that well on surfaces to begin with, do they? Y'all are getting a lot closer to the tower than usual. Radio wave? Polyhedron emits a very strange, unearthly sounds, and... Is it just me or has it tilted? Perhaps the children were just playing, but if I hadn't intervened, they would have surely worked themselves into a frenzy and burned their rivals. So it's being ranked, it's being listed as if it's a thing that's over. It has the gear saying that I can reset it. So that's not an ongoing question. Now that I'd have to go talk to Notkin today. Probably will still try? This music. This singing. Hey, Khan. Kijam. Do you hear it too? A whole choir. So beautiful I could cry. You're Margoyle. What are you blathering about, you crackpot? You call that music? They're just gibbering away in that strange lingo of theirs. Mom? Mom? Is that you? I can hear voices too. Is that possible? I woke up today with a humming in my head. I thought I was sick. But then I realized it wasn't my head. It was the Polyhedron humming. What is this? Does it happen often? I've only arrived here recently, so I don't know. It looks like the Polyhedron is tilting, or am I imagining it? I've always said that that nasty thing will kill us one day. It'll bury us all beneath it. He just can't build into the sky. Why apostrophe? Just can't build into the sky? Like ye or you, maybe? Goes against the law of humanity, it does. There'll be a punishment for it one day, mark my words. I guess it'd make more sense if it was like just like isn't like if it was touched the just as if it was one word, like, you know, like you just can't build it in the sky. But there are children inside, aren't there? Shouldn't they be evacuated? Wow. That's just an untranslated line. Huh. Let's screenshot that real quick. Wow. Alright, well that's unhelpful. I suspect it was actually the children who caused this. There are simply too many of them inside. The Polyhedron is at its limit. Oh, sure. The kids are to blame, not the ones who jammed that contraption in here in the first place. Where are they? The Stamatons, those drunks. Grab them by the scruff. Drag them out here. Let them finally fix it. I mean, if you're mad at the Stamatons, at least one of them's very easy to find because he has a known establishment. Okay, you gotta translate the options so I can read them. Uh-oh. A sensible suggestion, if a bit rudely phrased. I literally can't pick the other option. Well, I mean, I could pick it, I just wouldn't know what it says. It might be the moderate-ish. Oh, is that Mark Immortell? Yep.
So you're fine with being Simon's stunt double, hmm?
At last! Just when I thought this drab town was all spent. Fresh out of incident. Then, all of a sudden, a concerto. Do you hear it? The music is heartbreaking. The tower promises something special. A spectacle, if there ever was one. Are hundreds of thousands of dead or dying people not spectacular enough for you? Dying of plague is indeed tragic, yes, and ugly. That is the great and fatal flaw with it. But this, just look at it. I was beginning to think nothing interesting would come out of that tower, that it would forever be a dull figure marring our skies. But now I'm intrigued. Are you joking? Yes and no. I suppose you've heard about the new wave of theater from the capital. It's called Plays Where Nothing Happens. People drink tea on a porch for 3 hours, then someone shoots himself. Off stage, of course. I like it conceptually, but I'm a little old-fashioned for it myself. You know, I'd give a lot right now for 3 hours, drinking tea on a porch. Then you'd give a lot for nothing. What you need is an emotion, a feeling that slaps you in the face and drives people to shaking fits as they stumble out of the theater. A stage production is only good if it leaves you needing a doctor, a spa trip, a shot of morphine, a priest, or a coffin. And the tower promises genuine tragedy today. You're out of your mind. Madness would become me, but alas, I am still sound of mind, merely bored. Ennui is worse than a noose around your neck. You, of all people, should know this, but the tower changed everything today. We are now spectators of a tragedy, most genuine and sublime. Do you know something I don't, Mark? Are you hinting at some specific tragedy? No hints? It's almost too obvious. Hundreds of children huddle up in the tower, their lives hang by a thread. If someone brought me a play with that premise, I'd slap them for being so trite. But life, beauty, can be more shameless than theater. The irony of saying that this is too, it's too nonsense for fiction when it is fiction. It's like a little bit of self-criticism. I've been in the town for a while now, but I still fail to see why the hell they built the Polyhedron at all. Alas, I knew it would come to this. Are you about to head over to the Stamitans and ask them what they were trying to say with that creation of theirs? Please don't. Asking a creator to elaborate on their intent is the very worst of the deadly sins. So you believe a creator is not responsible for their trouble? Their work causes people? People are the architects of their own misery, Bachelor. The author is no more than a mirror. Mirror smashing is a commoner's lot, born out of offense at one's own reflection. Now you're just being a sophist. Metal objects are catching some kind of waves. This mirror is really shifted. How does it stay up? Is it leaning? It's such a weird shape that it'd be hard to tell.
You think escaping one's fate is as easy as fleeing one's purpose?
What its pose is doing at a given time. Oh, I'm coming. What happened to your guys' barricade, y'all? It says you know Greek. Oh, right. We've been seeing those symbols throughout this episode. But that isn't what Russian looks like. I didn't think about it clearly enough, but like Russian specifically fucks with me because it almost looks readable. Some to an English speaker, you're like, that almost looks like, and then it's like, if you hear it pronounced out, you're like, oh god, even the letters that look familiar aren't what I think they are. But this is just a different alphabet entirely, right? You know Greek. Get lost, I tell ya. Stomp those boots of yours out of here. Relinque. Are you deaf, you geezer? Should I spell it out for you? Can't even read the lines when they're in Greek. I can't even make noises. I'm just like, I have no concept I'm looking at, so I have to just silently skip past that previous line. Don't you hear? The Polyhedron's making sound. We hear it all right. It's just weeping because it's seen how stupid the people are of this town. We don't meddle with you folks, so forget your ways. So forget your way to us too. I just want to help. And I want to shoot lightning from my eyes. So what now? The world isn't perfect. So it doesn't worry you that the tower's suddenly rumbling for all the town to hear. It's not rumbling, it's playing. I've heard that melody before. The tower is God's huge pipe. If so, then this will be the first case in history of thousands of people dying because of a pipe. I don't know, have thousands of people ever died because of a different kind of pipe? Sewage pipe, natural gas pipe. He refers to me as Simon's body double, which is rude. Fuck. We're too blue. Please stop.
Boiling, cracking, screeching.
I do not need to be losing my goddamn meter right now. Isn't there a red over here? Yeah.
It was quiet in the Nautica.
Oh, that one's back. Wait. Did mirrors just respawn every day? Ultimatum. The children are one step from slaughter. This can't go on. I must demand Not can release the enemy leader. I guess it got added when I left? Locals confirm this is the first. There's a first here. What does it mean? What dangers might it carry? The Polyhedron was erected by Kane's order. Who, if not Georgie, can help me unravel its mysteries? Need to ask the architects. Did they foresee such functionality? Can't go into his room right now. And Victor's gone. Physically and mentally lately.
Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
I always want to open this damn door. It's so weird to go all the way to this one. Is he not here? Of course he's not here. His mirror is, though.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
The judge was expecting you today, but you never came. A few days ago, he invited me for a... let's call it a lesson. Change of plans. I never came. I guess it is already 2 p.m. I guess that's like me taking too long to get here in the morning. That's wild. Like, how has so much day passed already? I just walked out of my house and into this courtyard, but time is insane in this video game. You merely missed each other. He left but a moment ago and told me to send you after him. Today's dispute can't be held at the Crucible. The matter is too complicated. People have gathered for a council by the water tower, just beyond the Stillwater. You'd best hurry. All I seem to do is run back and forth. Okay, so it doesn't sound like I missed it. It sounds like it's supposed to be somewhere else. And they just rudely implied that I missed it. It is wild seeing that it's already 2 p.m. though. I'm just like, how fucking fast does the day go by every time? Oh yeah, I'm gonna want some matches. Yeah, technically I don't think I checked to see if the icon was there, but it's basically always there. I'd be surprised if I didn't need it. I already have 15 calomel. What the fuck? What? What did I do? 1 belladonna, 2 water. A few more trading resources, but not a lot. This is like 5. I have so much calomel and matches that I could already do the Shabnak Adir probably. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. And my prototype is reloaded. That's one of the weird details too, is that I think the prototype is persistent from day to day and what its ammo count is. Like, why wouldn't that be a thing that changes? It's actually a really weird series of things that do and don't change when you repeat a loop versus when you change days. It is not... There's not particularly any consistency. I mean, each individual mechanic is consistent, I assume. But it's mostly just rote memorization, trying to keep track of what does and doesn't change.
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors.
How touching the provincial intelligentsia is. How they hang on the judge's every word.
A touch is an attentive look, or a keen word. One can touch with their hands too, but that is a hard skill to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, temper yourselves. No shouting over one another. If you have gathered a council, then behave as one. Let everyone speak, but in turns, with a raised hand. Everyone will be heard. I give you my word. With all respect, Judge, but ever since the plumbing was destroyed, that tower has been standing there empty. Why hasn't it been put to use by now? Half the town's boarded up from the sand pest. People have nowhere to go. We at least shelter some of them in the tower. That's what I'm saying. Give it to us. We'll set up a warehouse in it. Plenty of room inside. Ain't you got enough warehouses in town? We got a whole district with nothing but warehouses. You men, always trying to turn everything into piles of junk. Town's got no school, no hospital, but all they want is warehouses. There is indeed no school, but how do you imagine placing one inside a water tower? Such is our way, Bachelor. Since Simon's day, it has been customary that if a new district is being developed in town, or, as now, when some structure stands derelict, a council of sorts convenes for everyone to voice their wishes. Really? And was it the same with the Polyhedron? Did the people approve its construction? Certainly. And certainly many people were beset by doubts, fears, skepticism. But Simon was able to convince them. He loved speaking with the townsfolk. I say it at every council. The town needs a school and a hospital, and no one ever listens. Simon was special. He was wise, and his words flowed like music. But he used to apparently run these councils, right? And still didn't build a school or a hospital for 5 years. Much longer, honestly, but especially there was stakes for building the school, the hospital since 5 years ago. Opening a hospital is always a good idea, but not in a water tower, surely. Moreover, we have lost the town's chief physician. Isidore Burrock's word should have been decisive, but he will speak it no more. However, the council's opinion is heard. Once the sand plague recedes, we shall return to the matter of a permanent hospital. The sand plague recedes. We might not live to see this receding. No, let's decide now. The tower stands empty now, so now is when we must put it to use. Why the delay? You are right to emphasize the present moment and its needs. But do you truly understand them? Let me remind you that Simon considered this tower as a foundation for the newest optical system, which would now allow us to... Optical system. Here we go again. The Canes are only concerned with their mysticism. What's the point of the town councils if everything ends up being done the way your family wants? Victor at least listened to the people, but you... Is it not a vote? I thought they were saying it's a vote, and that's just his argument. Victor took part in these councils as well. If you had some everyday trouble to sort out, everyone knew which door to knock on. Victor's. He was the handiest of all the Canes, lived down to earth, knew how to talk to regular folk. They go building their cathedrals and stairways to heaven, and I ain't got schools at home. And my door won't open. Hinges are busted. And why is that? Because the Canes sent all the carpenters off to plane their miracles. Who's gonna plane the chairs and hinges now? Margaritas? Like margaritas ante porcos. Porco no es dos? As far as I know, door hinges aren't planed, they're forged from metal. The heat of the discussion is not proportioned to the subject. Calm yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. The optical project within the tower is necessary for the town. Simon dreamed of it for a long time. He left sketches of a system of many lenses and lighting devices. A system that required a vertically organized space in order to... Everyone here loved Simon. His death is a wound on each of our hearts. But with all respect, Judge, I'm certain that if Simon were here, he would hear what we're asking. People are desperate, clinging to normal life with their last strength. Building yet another piece of make-believe nonsense before our eyes now. You might as well be spitting in our faces. What is it even supposed to do? Your voices will be heard. But now I wish to honor my brother's memory, and realizing one of his last projects in his ill-fated tower is the least I can do. Georgie, they're already on edge. You're only making it worse. Heard that. He's hiding behind Simon now. I'm done with this yapping. You want your system, either you do it your way, either do it our way, or you answer for it. Tell me, Judge, what else is this tower good for? Reckoning to fit a gallows? Stop. Have you lost your minds? Oh. Oh. Well, this is a change of pace. I don't... Some of these quests are a real surprise. I don't remember the people murdering Georgie Kane ever. Wow. Okay. Uh-huh. Truth seekers consider Georgie's murder justice. I couldn't do anything, or could I? Dead Georgie won't tell me anything, though I'm not sure he would have told me while alive either. What am I supposed to do about this? Man, he was so unreasonable. If only I'd intercepted him at the Crucible today. Damn it. If only I'd talked him out of this foolish dispute. Encore, encore. Okay.
Thoughts galloping.
Please stop losing my goddamn amalgam. God. The addiction thing is no joke. Like, all these things are getting so much less useful as you go. So they're implying that if I... They seem to be implying that if I wake up and go there faster in the morning, I can save him from dying by just talking him out of this entire encounter, I guess. Which I guess makes some sense. I definitely would prefer that over traveling to some distant past day and losing more resources in the process. It's funny because, like, some of these characters are so high on their supply, and you can kind of buy into it in the previous games. Like, they always talk so confidently about their weird nonsense, and you always can only talk to them in a vacuum. They'll just be standing in a room interacting with nobody. A quirk of the first game in particular is that characters would be in the same room and they would never talk to each other. You had to talk to each of them one by one as isolated thoughts. And they'd, like, quote a bunch of strange philosophy at you and kind of sound like a jackass, but you'd kind of buy into it because they're so sure of themselves and there's no third party. So it's kind of a wild dressing down of Georgie Kane to be like, how many times do we have to keep teaching you this lesson, old man? And then all the fucking townspeople just fucking murder him in the street. You're like, oh, yeah, he just didn't read the room. We were repeatedly pleading with him to engage with democracy, and he just turned a deaf ear to everyone's plights, even as I increasingly warned him that he was pissing everybody off in a really bad time. And he's just like, no, I must make this stupid relic that has no apparent purpose. I'm not even going to try to explain what its supposed value would be. I'm just going to waste something in the middle of a plague when everyone's desperate. And then they fucking murdered him. And I'm like, yeah. Kind of just makes him seem like a obnoxious jackass when he was so incapable of seeing what he was doing in that moment. Oh well.